Yo, what's going on, guys? So today, I'm gonna be talking about, some analysis that I took about my cousin's baseball game. First game, I guess I've really got to watch um, throughout his whole life, and it was quite amazing. But anyway, let's get into it. So to start things off, I came quite early because I dropped my cousin off at practice, or not practice, but the game, and I got to watch warm-ups. For like the first exercise I saw them doing, there was a person. They were like in kind of like a batting cage, something that emulated that. There was a netting that surrounded it, so when you hit the ball, it just doesn't go flying everywhere. It just kind of stays within an area. And the person who's pitching has a fence in front of them, and on the there's like it's like a rectangle, life size, and there's a crack on the right side, and the person is pitching the ball to the batter and hiding behind that while the other person is batting, of course. And I watched quite a few kids do that. It was pretty sick because they were on, I don't know, I'm not saying that every single batting cage thing looks like this, but there was a artificial grass or something on the bottom. It was just really cool to see something like that, that the kids could use to warm up and get ready for the game. I haven't really seen anything that great of quality before. A lot of times when I played baseball, we are like on some crummy red dirt that just stains your clothes and makes you really upset, or like red dirt infused with gravel on a field, and or we're on a field with a bunch of potholes, and you when you step in them, you twist your ankle and regret everything you just every single move you just made just then. And yeah, not a good experience, but this one seems very much more developed. The Another exercise I watched was them playing catch with each other, and it kind of reminded me of soccer when in the beginning of right before warm ups or practice, we would pass the ball with one another, and then increase our distance as um, we got more and more warm. And I even saw they were kind of taking it easy though. They weren't going full force because they didn't want to waste their energy and just kind of get loose, just get warmed up, warm up the muscles so you don't pull or tear anything. But I saw this cool thing when they were playing catch where when they would catch the ball, they would take it out of their glove as fast as possible and kind of whip it, like quickly whip it to their partner. And it would be kind of like a game where you're trying to do it as fast as you can and trying to see who will screw up. And the winner of the game is the one who doesn't screw up. And it gets pretty intense because they're going at a rapid pace and they look serious as heck. They look like they want to eat each other alive. But yeah, there was that one. I also saw them like warming up. Another exercise I saw was just some warm up sprints, from a distance of like first base to second base. I don't know what that equates to because I'm not the biggest fan of baseball or really just watching sports in general, I'd rather play them. So I don't know the logistics in terms of that. But um and the I think one of the final exercises that I saw was them the coach was hitting the ball. There was a like catcher on the side tossing the coach the balls. The coach would hit it to the outfield. The outfield would catch it, throw it to their cutoff, which is a person like a middleman, and then the middleman would throw it to the catcher, and then it would be a repeating cycle. And oh, my mistake. That wasn't the last drill I saw. The last drill I saw was just a bunch of scenarios, like someone. It was focused more for the infield, where there was a second base, there's a third baseman, and like a shortstop. The first play would be to the catcher at home plate would kind of throw it to the, or kind of like emulate a grounder being hit towards the one of the infield positions. Then the infield position would throw it back to home plate, and the catcher would have another ball within his mitt, and then kind of emulate a bunt. The infielder would have to sprint to it and then whip it at first. And they kind of did that for a while, and that was really interesting. I guess it's kind of to simulate what could happen during a game and just knowing where exactly you're supposed to throw it and how you're supposed to be thinking about things. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Well, now let's get into what actually happened, like during the game. Sadly, during this game, I didn't really keep track of innings because I guess that's kind of like their way of saying, okay, one inning is equivalent to a team playing defense and offense, and that's one inning. And maybe there's up to like 7 innings or 9. I'm not sure. But that's like usually how they keep track of time in baseball, I guess. But I just have like a bunch of notes on that I took from what happened exactly to my cousin. I'll also be talking about AJ. His name is Sawiki AJ. I'll put his link in the description since I'm talking about him. But let's get into my cousin. So first thing I saw was he caught a line drive while playing shortstop. So shortstop is in between second and third base. And a line drive is when the person hits it and it kind of just goes in a line. It's going pretty dang fast and it looks really scary. My cousin caught that and got an out, secured an out, which was really impressive. Shows a lot of athleticism. Because dang, he's got fast reactions, and he made a play to help his team play some really good defense. Then I saw my cousin like make one error for a ground ball, which is just when a person hits it and it hits the ground and it's just kind of rolling towards you, and you kind of scoop it up, and then you have to throw it to the base to get kind of like a forced out, an automatic kind of out. It's like the person who's catching the ball is touching the base and trying to reach as far out as they can. And when they do that and successfully catch it, and it's before the runner goes and touches the bag, you're out. Sorry, a little bit confusing. There's probably an easier way to describe that, but this kind of just how my mind works. And then for offense, he got a base hit, which is meaning that he successfully got on to the base without getting out. Another thing he did was, I guess I did write this one down. In the second inning, he made an error. I guess he just kind of jumbled the ball when hit like a ground ball or something like that, and it went a little bit past him, and he couldn't make the throw to get that out, which sucks. But everybody makes mistakes. It's whatever. And then during offense, he made a double, which is when you hit the ball and you make it to second base rather than first base. Because if it was first base, then it'd be called a single. And in doing that, there's a batter that was in front of him that was already on the bases, and so with his awesome hit, having a double, he made an RBI, which is runs. Wait, is it runs? Runs batted in, and um, that's just saying that he got one RBI when he made that awesome hit, scoring his team a point. I mean, I guess the runner scored the point, but he kind of did it too. It's a team effort. And then he scored a run um, from second base in that inning. He successfully made it home without getting out, so he scored his team another point, which is awesome. And then not only to top that off, geez, he already got one double. He got a second double and another RBI. That's like 3 points. What the heck? That much closer to annihilating your opponents. So awesome. And then um, I guess, when he was playing offense in one of the innings I was watching, he got tagged out. So it wasn't something where if a player catches the ball and it's a forced out, so all the opponent needs to do was just touch the bag and you're out, not even like tag the person. I don't think it was an automatic out if they touched the bag. They actually had to tag him with the ball inside their glove, and they successfully did that. And that was unfortunate, but that's the game, right? And then the last thing I observed was that he got a single, which is just he made it to first base. But he advanced a run in, and he scored another point for his team with another RBI. It was such a great thing to watch. Like, I am so honored that I was able to watch something like that. It was amazing. And the score ended with 14-3. Let's get into AJ really quick and how he performed, because I took notes of that. So AJ was actually telling me that he's just very modest. He's not the best at baseball, from what he said, but from watching, I most definitely disagree. When in the first inning, I saw that he was playing pitcher, which is someone who has to be pretty versatile with being able to throw efficiently, skillful, and he was the first batter in the lineup. And wow, that's a lot of pressure, because that probably means he gets on base quite frequently. When he was playing defense, I guess now I'm going to get into the analysis of what I saw. So he got one walk on his first at bat for offense. So basically, for when a pitcher's throwing at you and you receive four balls being thrown at you that aren't within the strike zone, you get to advance to first base for free, which is awesome. Or you get to advance to the next base for free. And in the second inning, he struck someone out. Oh my God, does that feel good? What the heck? That just means that the batter wasn't able, he swung or just let it go through to the catcher, and 3 strikes and you're out. The guy didn't even hit the ball. Like, literally, you just destroyed that guy. In the third inning in an offense, he made a single RBI. So, just like my cousin did, he hit the ball, made it to first, and advanced a person that was before him at bat through to score a point. And I think on the next batter that was up, he stole a base successfully to second base. I think it was when the pitcher was throwing and he was kind of inching out from his base. Probably his coach signaled him to steal, which is to just go, whether it's expected or least expected, I'm not sure, but you do what the coach says, and he made it there safely. He's all right. and you have to be pretty fast, I think, to be able to steal efficiently, unless the ball just kind of goes past the catcher when pitching, it's a freebie. But I don't think he did that. He just outbeat the throw, which takes a lot of skill. In the fourth inning, I noticed that. Oh, I guess before I move on to that, when he stole the second, he actually successfully eventually made it home and scored his team another point. And in the fourth inning, he switched from pitcher to second base. I'm not sure if maybe he reached his limit of throws or the coach just wanted to give his arm a break because, he's an adolescent. But, geez, from pitcher to second base, you can play more than one position. That's pretty awesome, you know, very athletic. And the next offense he had, he made a double and got 2 RBIs. So he hit a ball, made it to second base, and there were 2 people in front of him that scored because of his hit. What the heck? And then he, sometime after that, stole another base, successfully making it to third. And then he made it home, scoring his team one more point. Jeez. What can AJ not do, man? He's really good at Fortnite. And to me, he's pretty good at baseball, dude. Like, that's athleticism and cognitive intelligence, mentally strong and physically strong. AJ, if you're watching this, you ever watch this, dude, you're super strong. And my cousin, if you watch this too, you are really ahead of your time in the way that you think, and I respect you a lot. And I really enjoy watching you succeed and be happy because dang, does it make me feel good. But anyway, that concludes my video. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, concerns, or discrepancies, email me at blaze@gmail.com. And if you feel like you could help me or I could help you, whatever, really, hit me up. Why? Because I care. Peace out, guys. Oh.